Welcome back, guys, to the World Championship Series, European Premier League Season number 3, as we have our winners match here from Group E. It's going to be ThorZaIN taking on Welmu to see who advances on in first place.
That's right. Is it going to be ThorZaIN, who almost got top 8 in Season 1, but fell short and basically finished in the round of 16? Or is it going to be the other player in this group who represented Europe fantastically last season in the likes of Welmu? Can he repeat success here? Can he get back-to-back round of 16s? Can he get further than that? Because he would start to automatically climb up with his WCS points and would finish quite high this season if he was to do well, and could start to be the foreigner hope.
He could be. If trend continues, though, in Season 3, chances are Welmu will plummet out and then never be here for quite a while. The only person that's been able to break that thus far is Duck, but now we have spawning up to that top left-hand corner our Red Terran representing Evil Geniuses and Sweden. He is ThorZaIN. And then down to the bottom left, we have our blue Protoss representing Neurosoft and Finland. He is Welmu.
Remember, guys, that the competition is still running and will run to the end of the show. And all you got to do is just hashtag Rockat, hashtag WCS for your chance to win that mouse you can see on screen. Very simply, just pick smartly, because it is difficult in the season we're in, the second place finisher, which means the winner of the final match of this group.
Yep. That Cone Pure Optical here to win. Get your hands on it. We like giving away free stuff here. It's pretty good. But now, let's see what these guys are up to. As ThorZaIN, he's just going to go for his barracks and not go for anything too crazy. Meanwhile, Welmu, looks like we may see something
Nexus first, baby.
Cheeky.
He's up to date with his builds. But we have a barracks refinery coming out from ThorZaIN, which is not exactly what Welmu was expecting coming into this map, Whirlwind, which is one of the bigger maps. So it is equally the biggest map. I think the dimensions are a little bit different on the other maps, but it's still the same space, I think.
Overall surface area.
The overall surface area is still the same. So Welmu's expecting like a command center first, because that's what all Terran players do. And the only way as a Protoss player to play against it properly is either just to blindly go for an all-in, Stargate play or random 4-gate, or go Nexus first yourself. But look at ThorZaIN, he's actually playing to the build. So this is like a decent mind game, right? He's playing to the build that Welmu's expecting him to play, therefore expecting Welmu to play, therefore ThorZaIN's made this build. It's really well constructed.
Yeah, it certainly is. This is going to put on a lot of pressure, and Welmu's going to have a bit of a tough time dealing with it. His cybernetics core and gateway obviously very delayed here, so any opportunities to deal with such aggression early on with a photon overcharge aren't going to be there for a while here for Welmu. Yeah,
this is... well, let's just put it one way. This is going to be a little bit difficult to deal with because the gateway's not even done, and the first Reaper's on its way. Welmu, as you said, is scouting the wrong way.
Yeah.
This could be difficult. There's going to be a total of 5 Reapers before the expansion comes down from ThorZaIN. 5 Reapers are going to be anything that comes out the gateway. The only thing that can save Welmu is that he does have double gas, which is nice, but he needs the mothership core. But after the Zealot, we'll need another unit. But upon seeing the Reapers, he needs to get the mothership core. It's such an important unit in this case.
Hugely. If it's only Reapers over there, then the Mothership Core is going to have free reign over them as long as it can catch up. But at least it will be able to secure areas of this base. Probe gets pulled away. He now realizes it's a Reaper, but he doesn't know that the follow-up is even more Reapers. Not only like one, but double barracks worth.
Yeah, he's like, hold on a minute. That was a little bit weird. Why did you go Reaper? But Welmu's hiding a probe to the top right. He's probably going to go for some proxy nonsense, right? But this won't come into play this game. With 5 Reapers in total going to come across the map, the Mothership Core has started, but he's going to lose a lot.
Yeah, he certainly is. 2 workers have already gone down. He's kept this Reaper alive. The 2 Reapers are going to enter the fray, and now this is going to trigger alarm bells for Welmu.
The Reapers haven't been shown. No, they haven't been shown yet.
He pulled them back.
He pulled them back.
If he waits for 5 Reapers, ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a long waiting time.
Seems he is.
Mothership Core will be out. Sentry's on the way because he hasn't really clicked what's going on here. ThorZaIN's hiding the double racks. He's saying, all right, it's just one. Stalker moves out. Goodbye, Stalker. You aren't going to do anything in this game, bro.
No, not for a long time, as he may end up just falling here. The Mothership Core Zealot could be able to save this, but no, still Micro's on back behind it and does kill off the Stalker for a Reaper. Good trade.
To the probe line, to the wall.
I'm not going to repeat the next line. The Reapers do enter the main here and are going to only get 5 kills, so it's done quite a bit of damage severely.
He's done a lot of damage. Mothership Core's helping out a lot, but he's going to try to just run circles around this. I'm so interested. Is this going to be a Stargate? I feel it is by Welmu, but 3 of the Reapers have gone down. The probe count's not that much different if you look. He's actually got a lead. Another one does get destroyed here.
This could even be Twilight Council. He could, I mean, he has options, but Stargate, you know, probably, because, you know, you don't have many Marines off the back of this kind of opening. So, well, we'll see what he wants to do. He does like his Twilight. He throws down extra gateways.
Oh my god.
Hello, hello.
My gosh.
Oh, Welmu. Oh, Welmu.
So he's going to go up to, like, 4 gateways here, potentially more.
Let's be honest, though. No scan's going to see this.
But that wasn't as effective as I thought, and probably ThorZaIN thought that was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed 8 workers, but it's 29 and mules versus 38 probes. It's not good. The incomes are going to be in favor of Welmu here.
Look at all those gateways.
I didn't expect gateways. Let's just say that.
No, not did I. Whoa, 8 gates in total. You crazy man, Welmu. It seems that we undervalued the aggression that he was going to put on in this matchup. I was saying it was going to be in the versus Zerg if Slivko advanced on, but never mind. All right, how's this going to work out, Apollo?
If he doesn't scout, doesn't send him, doesn't have no idea what's going on, then this is not going to work out well at all for ThorZaIN. He'll have Stim, but the amount of units he has against this amount of gateways?
I actually don't know how you react to this as ThorZaIN. You need to see a lot of units warp in somewhere,
this is really good.
Right?
This is really good for ThorZaIN. As in really good.
But look, he warped in only 1 Stalker in range of that and kind of sold the idea.
But he saw no gases on the natural. This is a must throw down more than 1 bunker. I'm surprised it's just 1. Why is it just 1? This needs to be more. He should click that later. He cancels the bunker. He's got to be crazy. He's got to be rebuild another one.
He's not fully read it. There's no way.
And if he thinks this is a 3rd base coming down, it's either a 3rd base or an attack.
He thinks it's the 3rd base. He absolutely does.
There's no way that a Protoss player like Welmu would not have the gases taken there by now.
Yeah.
He moves out to the middle. He sees an active Stalker, but that doesn't really tell him too much.
Pulls back with the Stalkers. He's not going to see this. Look at where they're walking in.
He saw another Stalker in the middle of the map, so he's like, hold on a minute.
What's going on here?
Unfortunately, he can't stop the bunker.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye.
All right, well, this game, even though he's got Stim, and now he has... He's seen all the units. He's like, oh my god.
Pulls all the SCVs off the line as well, as those Zealots are going to tank a lot of damage. Not that much firepower.
Those force fields weren't good at all.
No, they weren't.
Actually, they weren't good at all.
Has to pull back. He's warping in more Zealots, though. 8 Zealots at a time?
may hold this, though, because he's got the Medivacs out now. He's got +1 attack. He's got a lot of units now.
50 army supply against 34. That's still a lot of Zealots if they move forwards. Force field's not too bad there. Going to kill off that 1 bunker pretty quickly. The SCVs were well positioned, though, for ThorZaIN, and that bunker does end up going down. Army supply's been evened up by ThorZaIN.
Oh, nice catch there with even better pickup,
though. Oh, very, very nicely done. ThorZaIN trying to hold on. He does lose a lot of workers during all of this. 11 have died off. More Stalkers going to come along and reinforce. Focusing down Medivacs. Big pickup there in terms of that. But he doesn't have any more units to tank.
There's also a lot of SCVs. Another round of Zealots need to be warped in here because he's just lost all his own Zealots. But there's still quite a few. There's 9 Marines and 5 Marauders with 3 Medivacs.
Stim's keeping him alive. Stim, as well as those Medivacs, are just keeping him in this. And this army is dying off. ThorZaIN, despite seeing it so late, is doing well against it.
He stopped it.
22 workers have died off. It's 39 workers against 30, but again, with the Medivacs there and no extra tech for Welmu?
No, he hasn't stopped it because I thought he had there. I mean, he's got a lot of units in the Medivacs. A couple of SCV pulls. He may be able to push this back, but because of the high amount of gateway count it is and the better income that Welmu has, he keeps on warping in units here.
Yeah, he's going to be able to warp in a lot still. Tries to focus down the Marauders, knowing that they're the big points of weakness. Nice pick up there by ThorZaIN, just saving that one Marauder, realizing that his opponent was trying to do that. And Welmu is down in terms of supply right now. He's going to get pushed back once again.
God, it really looks one way or the other, but it does seem, I'll say it again, that ThorZaIN's starting to wedge out here.
Yes.
He's lost a lot. He's got mules coming down, but with +1 armor coming in as well as 2 more medivacs, he's got a lot of medivacs, a lot of energy to spread around to these units on the low grounds.
Exactly, and these stims are just constantly ripping this army
nice
up.
pick up again by ThorZaIN with that Marauder.
Very nice. Really meticulous control there by ThorZaIN in the very end of these engagements. And now Welmu, he doesn't have a whole lot to rely on. He's getting his gases, he's getting his forge, but it's not going to be in time.
It's over. This is over. Referee, throw the towel in for Welmu, please. This is over now, because there is absolutely no way that he's holding this.
Yeah, that is just going to march straight on forwards. Is ThorZaIN 45 army supply against 22. Warps in a few units. Maybe sentries can buy him a little bit of time, but aside from that, not even energy for a time warp or photon overcharge.
This is an illegal move from ThorZaIN. This is like whacking Welmu across the head with an ice hockey stick.
It's a low blow. It's a low blow. ThorZaIN, he's just moving in to kill off the remaining sentries. Nothing left for Welmu.
Oh, this is not good. Probes are going to come offline, and, well, they're probably not going to help out too much either here. Not good at all for Welmu. Drops majorly in supply. Great macro here from ThorZaIN as well, picking up the loose units.
GG.
GG.
GG T-Funk.
And
wow.
the snowballs are being thrown here today.
They certainly are. Across a pretty impressive sea in between Sweden and Finland, but it's certainly happening. ThorZaIN, wow, taking that game, I'm very surprised. Welmu looked in an all right spot. But
the thing is that it was the attack was a little bit slowed down because of the Reapers, but overall, I didn't think ThorZaIN was going to be able to hold that. But with ThorZaIN, I think that if I remember with his build, he did go 2 barracks into the factory, not 3.
yes,
So it is
he
a
did.
faster factory,
Yes.
faster starport, hence the medivac's coming out a little bit faster in there to help him out. Less units, but medivac's crucial.
You're right. Very crucial to hold that off. Giving that longevity to that bio, very important there for ThorZaIN. Despite not even having the bunkers, only 1 bunker. I mean, come on. That's a pretty impressive hold there. And now second map will be Belshir Vestige.
That's 2 holds. I remember back to TSL 3, ThorZaIN versus Naniwa. ThorZaIN against other Terrans. It's the phrase used so often is ThorZaIN holds.
ThorZaIN holds.
I remember, I think it was against Naniwa. This is a long time ago now. ThorZaIN versus Naniwa on Metalopolis. And it was like a 4-gate or a 6-gate or something like that from Naniwa, which ThorZaIN ended up holding to win the game there. Which is... you know, he's always been like that. He's always had really good defense.
That's what ThorZaIN does well.
Again.
Yeah. And again, there could be opportunities here for Welmu to put on some pressure. Belshir Vestige being a little bit of a smaller map. Obviously, he knows where his opponent is from the very beginning. But, I would like to see Welmu play a macro game here. There were time and time again, we've seen Protoss, eke out the wins in those macro games because Terrans haven't had a chance to deal with it. Is ThorZaIN the kind of guy that would pull SCVs for a mid-game all-in?
Yes.
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 You believe so?
Yes. He's a guy that copies and does understand the Korean style very well. When he lived there in the Slayer's house a couple of years ago, he copied and from MMA more so than a lot of others in Ryung as well. And he learned a lot of how they play and how to understand, because he just respects how they play.
Yeah. So,
of course, the likes of MVP and Innovation, ThorZaIN absolutely is going to be looking up to. And the way that they're playing recently is for SCV timings. It's Protoss players on the ladder call it an all-in. Terran players call it a timing.
Yes.
And
because they have mules. Kind of.
It's a timing. It's not an all-in. It's a timing. It's actually a beauty to be able to slow down your opponent and then finish him off with a timing. So yeah, ThorZaIN may pull that out here, but I expect a normal game from Welmu. Belshir Vestige, very defensive map for him to play on. Lots of ramps to exploit, lots of force to exploit. Good map for him. Let's hope so, right? Let's hope so. Long games, go.
As we have spawning down to the bottom right here are Blue Protoss, currently 1 game down in this best of 3 to see who advances onto the round of 16, representing NRS and Finland. He is Welmu. And up to the top left-hand corner are Red Terran, representing Evil Geniuses and Sweden. He is ThorZaIN. And I have to say, despite him being back at school, it doesn't really look like it in his gameplay. He's like, I'm still pretty good. Still pretty good. So, cool stuff from ThorZaIN thus far.
Yeah, he's been playing very well today. I remember at the start of the WCS broadcast, or the start of the WCS season, should I say, Season 3, he did mention that he was focusing a lot more on practice and was wanting to do well this season. And so far, so good for him. He's one map away from finishing in first place, making it to the round of 16.
And we don't see him too much elsewhere, right? I think we saw him in MLG, if memory serves, but got eliminated in the earlier rounds. Yeah. But aside from that, we don't see him too much. So a lot of his focus, if not all of it, if you discount team leagues, it will be into WCS. So he's preparing for these opponents very, very aptly, and not doing too bad, it seems. Not doing too bad.
Welmu's been very good with lots of Colossus switches in his Protoss versus Terran recently. Opening up High Templar to begin with, and then making a massive Colossus switch to catch his opponent off guard. This is an older style, which was just an easy win for a lot of the time. I
would even argue that he did that for a long, long time before as well, and he's utilized that play throughout his a ton of his career. Welmu, for me, even back in 2012, things like Copenhagen Games, which I had ended up casting, he would use Colossus switches against people like Happy to great effect. So he's always had that in his tool belt, and he is so well versed in it. It's more so than probably a lot of Protossers in the European scene.
That's true. He's definitely one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Really frontier for that.
Yeah, he did well with it. But now ThorZaIN, again, he knows what's up in that regard as well. He's going to scout out avidly and see what's going on, throw down scans, see what's happening with those kinds of tech switches, and prepare accordingly, maybe with extra starports, etc. Blocking. Blocking
all day. Blocking all night.
He's running around and even has to bring the second probe along to say, no, go away. But he didn't cancel the Zealot, so...
yeah, he didn't cancel the Zealot. Didn't really slow down the Nexus at all here, is what he would have hoped for.
Yeah, and that Nexus does go down. Even the SCV saves its life, which is nice there for ThorZaIN. He's scouting out all these alternate locations for a proxy as well. He knows that Welmu's... he can do something like that, so you have to accommodate for it.
Bit of a different, interesting build from ThorZaIN. They're getting a gas really early on here. So it's just one barracks command center, then gas. With the gas coming in at this timing, we're probably going to see like a factory and probably something like a Widow Mine. Widow Mine or Hellion play, it's very difficult to call. Second gas coming in too.
Wow, second gas. Was not really expecting that, but there we go. So what are his options here from this position?
There's a lot. There's a lot for him to choose from here, and I'm not sure exactly what he's looking to go for here. With the second gas coming in, it feels more so like a pretty fast Widow Mine play.
Well, we'll see what he wants to do. I guess he can add on, tech labs, etc., and reactors as well. It's going to be a little bit more efficient in terms of eking that out. So he's going to have a lot of options.
I mean, he's going to line it up so he can build a starport quite early on. But of course, with the starport, you're going to need gas for the Widow Mines too, even though the Widow Mines aren't so expensive. But that's what it seems to be.
And we do have Welmu gearing up for a standard play in the form of the Forge and the Robo facility. So there is a bit more of a macro focus from him this game, which is nice to see from the Finn. And starport, wow, this starport's going to be super quick.
Super quick, but super late stim. So there are potentials for counterattacks coming in from Welmu if he was to defend this well. But that will require a cannon in the middle line, most likely here, of course. And more importantly, just kind of know what the hell's going on, because this is a bit tricky. It may catch him by surprise if he's not prepared for this.
Yeah, does he just go for, trying to drop the Widow Mines in and then maybe poking at the front with Marines?
I bet it could be anything, actually. He can drop in the mineral line with Marines. He could drop with mines. It depends on which way he goes. Walk in with mines to the front, drop them. I'm pretty sure I'd be expecting a drop, though. Couple of drops coming into the main mineral line to the natural, try to get the Widow Mines into the probe lines, because the overall goal, right, is to kill probes. So.
Yeah. Well, the Hallucinated Phoenix is going to go over and see what's up. May even see the Widow Mine straight away here with this Hallucinated Phoenix, which would be a nice pickup for him. It would be so cute to see that coming across the map and then just burrow the Widow Mines and hide them and come out again.
Yeah,
but
he'll throw down cannons in each mineral line now, or should do at least. Because this could be difficult because he doesn't have more than... he just doesn't have observers in the right position. So he's going to need cannons to help defend against this in each mineral line. He does have a photon overcharge well. But to be honest, he's set up right now to defend this. The cannon should complete as the Medivac gets to the natural.
Everything has been revealed here. So Welmu should be able to hold this off if he plays it well. He's got Stalkers on the way. Robo Bay is about to finish as well so that he can transition on. Once this is completely cleaned up, as well, here comes that Medivac.
Cannon almost finished. Slightly out of range.
Slightly. And but is still in vision of it, so he can see that with that cannon.
Well, an overcharge activated here, and well, that really didn't do anything too much there, did it? Observer sees everything inside the main base of ThorZaIN 2, so he sees he added on unit. Sees that it was a pretty decent timed stim, not too late at all. But so far, Welmu's set himself up really nice. He's got his first Colossus on the way. He's going over to the Twilight Council, nice and early actually. Much earlier than you'd usually go for it. Like he's only on 2 gateways.
Oh, wow. So he didn't even throw a 3rd gateway down to try and deal with this. So playing relatively
and
greedy.
And a 2nd Forge coming in too.
Whoa. Very greedy. Yeah. But this could work out well, I was saying.
But he knows that he just caught that quite well, that drop. So he didn't really deal, or didn't take any damage. So if he'd taken damage, then he wouldn't be able to pull this off. But because ThorZaIN slowed himself down a little bit, isn't moving across the map with, all his units and ready for a, classic +1 timing.
And doesn't have stim. It's only just about to finish as well. Well, just finished. So, yeah, he knows how well set up he is to actually continue on with this game. Thermal Lance, these 3 Medivacs, though, over at the right-hand side. There is an observer to spot that, but if he boosts once that's been spotted, then... he could be in there very quickly. Yeah,
I'm not sure what he could kill, though, because all the tech is at the back. That's the gold mine, right at the back there, but there's a cannon, there'd be photon overcharge. The units aren't that far away either, and he has spotted it. He knows it's coming, so he shouldn't really take too much from this. With the Colossus thrown in the mix here?
Yeah, certainly not. ThorZaIN just walks straight into the trap and doesn't lose too much. Will fall back from that point, but still... that was a good defense there by Welmu.
Yep, so far so good for Welmu, and he will be wanting to take his 3rd base now. So he has an observer over the 3rd base. He's going to clean out the Widow Mine and then take that 3rd Nexus. And then behind this, because he's got everything pretty much in terms of tech, and a scan from ThorZaIN reveals that nasty sting in the bottom right-hand side, which is the double forges. Welmu set up well. He'll take a 3rd Nexus, I feel, here, and then just throw down a bunch of gateways behind it, and he's in really good shape to play a long game.
Army supply 64 to 43 right now, so ThorZaIN's going to look for opportunities to try and drop again. He has a pretty sizable army outside this 3rd base, but look at this. Welmu already covering that location. He knows his opponent's army is because that observer was following it the whole time, so I don't think ThorZaIN's going to get too much done here.
Yeah, he force fills a couple of these units in. He's going to pick off a Medivac. Another great pick-off from Welmu. Continues to hold well. And the problem is for ThorZaIN now, because Welmu's on so few units... He's got less units than ThorZaIN. He's just always in position.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen now is the gateways are going to come in. So with the gateways coming in, and I'm expecting quite a few here, not just 2. We're expecting at least 4 here probably. And he's going to ramp up his gateway production with the 3rd Nexus. He's not only going to have better upgrades and better quality units than ThorZaIN, he's also going to have better production.
And he's going to start throwing down pylons over on the right-hand side as Welmu is here, so that he can just warp in a few aggressive zealots at that 3rd base and really start pressuring ThorZaIN's economy as well. So ThorZaIN's trying to drop, but he will get a pylon at least.
ThorZaIN's setting this up really well, but Welmu's not falling victim to a small drop inside the main base. He's not going to send all his units back to deal with that. He's going to keep them on the 3rd because ThorZaIN's looking for a snipe on that 3rd Nexus. If he was to be able to pull his opponent out of position and snipe the 3rd Nexus, the game gets reset in terms of who's in the lead. If not, ThorZaIN would be in the lead, excuse me. So that would be a good goal from ThorZaIN. But Welmu's expecting something like that, so he's not really just going to be out of position.
And, the 3rd base has pretty much been spotted here with that transfer of SCVs over to that location. But meanwhile, I mean, he's already taken his 3rd base, so he's anticipating that having been done as well. ThorZaIN trying to drop in the back, seeing the extra gates being added on. And Photon Overcharge almost killed that Medivac. He has to be careful. And
then Photon Overcharge actually just expired as the Medivac left. So not the best of timings there by ThorZaIN. No Temporal Archives, only just now coming in. And the Viking count is at 6. It's about to be 8. And there's only 3 Colossus. Despite the upgrades there, Zealot Charge has been researched, so lovely upgrade that. and that will help out a lot against these units. But with plus, I mean, what is he at? 2-2 against just 1-1?
These Zealots here going for the aggression as well. Bunker not going to finish up just yet, as it did force the cancel of that building from the SCV. So now ThorZaIN just trying to clean this up, landing the Vikings, cleaning it up as quickly as possible so that he can get across the map and try and put some pressure onto his opponent.
Well, T-Funk's got a large army. 33 Marines and 22 Marauders. That's a large army. But what's going to happen in the next 30 seconds is +3 armor is going to complete.
Yeah.
And that will complete way before +2 attack is done. So he's going to be really just not doing anything to this army. With Zealots and Archons everywhere and a lot of production now about to kick in for Welmu. We've got those 4 gateways. He's actually added on a couple more now as well. 3 extra gateways. He's looking in really solid shape despite the supply disadvantage. He's at 155 to 184. ThorZaIN's looking great.
ThorZaIN,
I mean, Welmu's looking great.
Well, ThorZaIN at the same time, though, this is his element, right? I mean, this is what ThorZaIN based his entire career on, almost. Situations like this where he moves into the last end game, but the metagame has shifted. Protoss finds themselves far more comfortable in this position than most Protosses do, so I'm curious to see how well ThorZaIN's actually going to deal with this.
ThorZaIN has to stim to run away here because he knows his opponent's got a very strong army there.
Yeah.
And Welmu now will start to look towards taking a 4th base, but +3 attack is about to finish. Spending good old Chrono Boost in that, he'll have a major and a massive 3-3 timing over the 2-2 of ThorZaIN. He has a lot of Archons here, not even focusing really on getting Storm out here. He hasn't researched Storm, he's just got Archons. And this is going to be one hell of a punch coming out from Welmu when that +3 attack's finished.
Yeah, only 3 ghosts there. They need to land the good EMPs on these Archons to deal with those as quickly as possible. Guardian shields get activated for Welmu, anticipating a fight. And there goes a time warp, but that Mothership Core ties off super fast.
Well, the Mothership Core is kind of nice to have, but +3 attack is 5 seconds away from finishing. This is going to be a very strong attack. Can ThorZaIN hold on? He's got EMPs. He's got a lot of Vikings.
Welmu doesn't have Blink, so he was trying to catch off those Vikings, but at the same time now, all this bio is stuck in this time warp, so if he tries to micro back, it could be hazardous, but at the same time, it's dishing out a lot of damage here. Army supplies, though, 77 to 80. Welmu just pushes on forwards. The Archon's tanking so much here.
Yeah, and as Zealots in the mineral line of ThorZaIN, all the medivacs are gone. There's no healing left on this, and with just Zealot warp-ins, that's it. A great timing from Welmu, and he equalizes this series. Excellent play. But I think we should call it as greedy play that went unpunished and set himself up for a kill and strike towards the end.
Double Forge play, very well. I mean, again, that second Forge went down before the 3rd gateway even goes down. Normally, you see those 3 gateways a little bit before what he was at, but, you know,
ThorZaIN tried to break him. He just couldn't. He tried to drop in the main base, got stopped, tried to come to the 3rd, got stopped. And every time that you get pushed back from the Protoss player, if the defense remains as solid as it is, off 2 gateways and double Forge? Come on, get out of here. You're very far behind if you don't do damage.
You silly goose, you. Well, now we go on to the final match here in a best of 3, which is nice because we've had a lot of 2-0s. I want to see a full series. And our final map, I'm curious as to what it actually is. We have Polar. So, Polar Knight for our next map. That's, again, one of these newer maps working its way in. I'm liking that a lot. I want to see how ThorZaIN and Welmu are going to cope on it.
Yeah, this should be a good game. I mean, this series has proved pretty dynamic, really, with game number 1 being proxy 6 gateways on the other side of the map, to game 2 being a bit of a more straight-up game from Welmu. And he did show us that he has a different set of styles and, different tools that he can use, whether it be super aggression or on the other side of things, this guy, macro play too, that can work wonders.
But
I can't help but feel if ThorZaIN's going to be on top of things when it comes to dealing with both of the options that Welmu use. First of all, scouting and all-in, and second of all, not letting Welmu get away with such a powerful build that powers him up so strong for the later stages.
Yeah, certainly so. What are you expecting here on Polar Night? Are you anything specific from either of the players, or are you just expecting normal game? Normal
setup here. I don't think we'll see anything too crazy. Maybe there are some kind of proxy robos that do come in from a couple of Protoss players, proxy Stargate plays, because the map is so big and also can be hidden around because Terran players, Zerg players haven't really scouted out the map properly to know where all the hidden favorited spots are. So maybe something a little bit sly could come out from Welmu, but I think overall the most I mean, the highest chance is going to probably come around with a macro game.
Yeah, it's like, you know, both players won in positions where they were in a macro game. It's like, don't fix what isn't broken from those guys. But Welmu, he's a guy that can go tricky. We've seen it. We saw it in the previous season. So there is the potential for that as well. The final map between these two players. And nobody wants to fall down to that lower bracket position because, you know, just moving on as first place, you get a better seeding advantage going into the round of 16. You also don't have to play anymore during tonight. That's pretty good as well.
Well, the thing is that in the losers matches, both players right now have gone to the local butchers and are beaten up raw meat as they prepare themselves to battle in that losers match. And well, those are going to be some angry nerds when they get to that finals match where one of these players will drop to.
They've got the montage going. They've got the theme music. Everything is in place here for these two Rocky wannabes as we have spawning up to the top northern position as our Red Terran representing EG and Sweden. He is ThorZaIN. And down to the south as our Blue Protoss representing NRS and Finland. He is Welmu. The Joker.
I would like Command Center first, but I feel that this may be Reaper.
Yeah?
From ThorZaIN. Especially because, as mentioned earlier, that there is a slight potential which we could see some kind of crazy build come out from Welmu here. But if you look at the size of the map and how far away they are from each other, this could definitely lead towards a whirlwind style of opener, which could be Nexus first. It could be the Command Center first. Welmu, I think, is more so going to open up Gateway expand, but I'm interested to see if ThorZaIN gets a barracks or not.
I think Reaper would be pretty cool. I mean, this is a map where you can jump in quite a few spots into your opponent's main. There's even at one spot, there's arrows here telling you jump up this place, right on this side. So, yeah, that gives ThorZaIN a little bit of direction, but it is going to be Command Center first.
It's the Polar Late Night District.
It is.
Red light.
Does it have red lights on that one?
Night.
Oh, it does. Oh. It's just like, can I get... Anyway.
Don't know where you were going with that.
No, I'll stop.
So ThorZaIN has gonna go for Command Center first. He's skipped the barracks, so I thought this may happen from him here. But Welmu has got double gases very, very early, and this is what I thought may happen from him too.
Ooh.
I think we're going to see some little slide build from Welmu. Double gases coming down. I think we're going to see a proxy Stargate come out from him, man. I think he's going to be going... I think like Welmu's reading the map really well. He's saying, well, this is a pretty big map, right?
He's such a trickster.
But ThorZaIN's sending that an SCV. Is he going to scout this? Does he go around to check outside his main mineral line?
That SCV is actually heading around there. Oh, no.
No, it's not. It's going across the map. At least he may be able to spot the pylons missing from his opponent.
Yeah, that's the big tell.
But this should be a proxy Stargate here who's looking to punish.
Oh, it's going to be so early.
Like a Command Center. It's looking to punish quite a few different builds here.
Yeah, definitely. But again, it's that second pylon that he wants to try and spot out.
But the problem is, even if this is scouted, there's players that have gone Reaper Expand, scouted it, and still can't deal with it. Because the Stargate is down before the barracks are even finished. Now the fact is, what the hell does ThorZaIN... He must know what's coming. Or must know that something aggressive is coming. A bit of a fake out maybe with this Chronoboost into the Stalker, maybe able to trick ThorZaIN a little bit and maybe just put down the bunker in the front. But with an Oracle going to come from the back...
Oh, look, he's queued up to actually go over to that Stargate.
But the fact still remains, unless maybe a bunker in the natural and in the main mineral line, he's going to lose a lot. Surely.
Look at him. He's scouting everywhere, even behind this expansion.
He knows it's going to be this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look. Hello. How are you doing?
And the Oracle's going to be Chronoboost out. Now ThorZaIN has to defend. He's got 3 Marines out at the moment. This is very, 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 very difficult to deal with. He knows that it's difficult. He's even building an engineering bay.
Yeah, so he can just turn missile turrets down.
He's not taking gases. He's focusing purely on a mineral defense, which is Marines and turrets.
All right. How many Marines do we have out? We only have 3.
About to be 5.
They can't combat this just yet. I mean, straight up, that Oracle should be able to take them. So...
And there's going to be another one, too. Oh, as long as he retains this Oracle.
Run away! Well, this control from Welmu here is going to be meticulous. So that's all he has to control for now. And, whoa, actually, the Marine's got a shot off there. But they're still not going to win.
Those two will, though.
Yep. Run away!
He keeps it. If he can regenerate the shields and come back in with number 2.
Oh, this is going to be difficult.
And also at the front now, Welmu is pressuring with a single Stalker behind this.
He's Chrono boosting out the Oracle. That's going to be out very, very quickly. And the Marines, they're going to be split up here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is not good at all. ThorZaIN, oh, the turret in the main base gets stopped, and Welmu picks off 2 loose Marines here for free. They cannot be out there by themselves. ThorZaIN's in trouble, and Welmu may be going on to the round of 16 again. The turret is going to get up in the main mineral line.
Oh, he could have denied that, right? Like, he could have shot that and denied it, but at the same time, he is mining away at his main. The missile turret getting up in the in the main is now going to
But he can float around the 2 barracks. Any units that pop out, he's just going to kill.
Yeah. He starts a Nexus behind this. Surely, if you follow it up with a gateway force, then...
It would be now. You can go gateway or not, but he's just going to camp outside the barracks. Any units that pop out, he kills. The Marines run straight for the turret.
Yeah.
Any holes, there should be holes, like on this left-hand side of the mineral field. Like, that left-hand side is going to get exploited.
Yeah, how many workers? 8 workers have already died off. One of the missile oracles almost died there as well.
Yeah, there's a turret right there. He's got to be... he doesn't have enough energy quite.
Careful, one of the oracles is going to die off. Second one just completely flies over this. Ooh, he's going to... Oh,
needs to just kind of save them and do as much damage over time. But so far, there's been a pretty good hold from Welmu. I mean, it's 28 probes to 27 SCVs with mules. It's not been too bad at all. Third command center coming in behind this as SCV does scout the Nexus.
He feels comfortable.
Down.
A little bit more comfortable, at least.
Third Oracle back in again. Looking to get more and more damage done.
But the missile turrets are really well placed, not only to defend the Marines that come out of that barracks, and he loses another Oracle. This could be too much of an investment here for Welmu to lose. That's a lot of gas.
Yeah, but Welmu's playing very greedy behind this. He's gone straight for a Robo here. Should be Chrono Boost and nothing but the Nexus, getting all the gases down early. He knows that ThorZaIN's never going to move out anytime soon. Third command center's down as well.
Sees bunkers.
Welmu may even decide to transition into kind of a 2-base all-in from this. Seeing that his opponent's factory is kind of late here, as the third barracks only just come down, gas has only really been taken a little bit ago. If he starts to pile his Chrono Boost after just getting the Nexus up and running on both saturated mineral lines and Chrono Boost out Colossus here without forges, a 2-base all-in with backed up by 2 oracles could be very strong. Yeah,
it's certainly something hard to deal with here as the Robo Bay is on the way. You just don't have something to deal with those Colossi when it comes along. But ThorZaIN, he's still macroing pretty nicely behind this. He lost 10 workers, but he's got 33 against 39. So Welmu's just keeping him on his toes. These 2 oracles are being very pesky.
There's still not even a factory down yet.
Yeah.
It's only just now started. A loose SCV there picked off in between the bases. 4 gateways up and running now for Welmu, and if he wants to go for an all-in, I'd say stop building probes now and go for this, and Chrono Boost nothing but the Colossus. Another gateway car. I think he's going to do it.
I think so.
I think he's going to go for it. It is kind of smart, but there are 3 bunkers down by ThorZaIN, who is kind of maybe expecting a follow-up attack.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Thermal Lance does start as well, so the 2 Colossi that are going to come out, they're going to be super quick here against Starport that needs to start.
Yeah, he's going to go for a 2-base all-in.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, so where's ThorZaIN's Starport? Where is it? It needs to come out. It absolutely needs to start right now.
And the factory's in a really weird place because it can't be built next to it, and the reactor can't be put there. An armory's on its way here, interestingly.
Oh, we found a way in the end. But
okay. Armory's on the way, which is kind of weird.
Just for +2?
I think it's going to be for +2 and also probably for Hellbats in this game. But the thing is that they won't really help out against what's coming here. The probe and pylons on the other side of the map. ThorZaIN is yet to identify what's going on. He hasn't scanned it. He's got no idea what's coming behind this. He doesn't know if this is 3 Nexus. He's about to try and take a 3rd base, but that's not going to help him at all here. As this attack from Welmu could win the game, but there are 3 bunkers down. Stim is done. Combat shields not done, and it's actually concussive shells coming out of that. Oh no, it's not. Combat shells on the way.
This is gonna be tough here. He stims up trying to kill off an Oracle, but it's just on the very edge. So even if Welmu hadn't microed that, if it just actually moved away, it would have survived.
Well, 3 Colossus will be out before a Viking is started.
And he needs medevacs as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, so, that's the point. He's going to build 2 medevacs and maybe scan. Oh my god, scan.
What did he see?
Sees gateways and stuff.
Oh my god, he sees a lot.
He must know this is coming now. He's got to get 2 medevacs and then cancel and go to Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just too much. But at the same time now, actually having all of your production spread across that Revelation to keep an eye on his opponent, he's he needs Medivacs, he needs Vikings. Both of these things...
If he adds on 2 more Medivacs, then the game's over.
Yeah.
He actually needs Vikings, and he needs to hold this front somehow. And oh my god, he's out! What is he doing out in the open?
Oh,
Welmu takes full advantage!
Oh, what a great hold, great securing of a lot of those units at the very front with those force fields, picking those off. Reparo's still on the bunker, doing quite a bit, but one of the bunkers already falls, so does the second one. Only one more left at Army Supply. 59-24. ThorZaIN is going to get melted.
There's no Vikings.
There's absolutely no Vikings. There's not many
There's a third
Zealots.
Colossus there now, too. There's no Vikings.
Too much
Without
damage.
Vikings, there's no way he can get to the Colossus unless Welmu makes a mistake.
25 armor supply to 49 here with just 5 Marines and 5 Marauders to hold off against this. And Welmu is just going to slowly poke forwards, and there's nothing ThorZaIN can do here.
Yeah, the Zealots are just going to get to the front lines now, and as long as he keeps the Colossus alive, everything will roast here. And Welmu repeats the success from last season and moves into the round of 16.
GG, well played. Welmu moves on, and Finland is triumphant here in this case.
That's right. Congratulations to Welmu. Excellent performance here today, considering his conditions, you know, being a little bit weaker than he has been in recent times, but he moves on no matter what to the round of 16. And now that leaves us with 3 players. ThorZaIN goes to the final match, and that means that the winner of Slivko and Bling, which will be our next game coming up for you guys, would go up against T-Funk to decide who is second place.
Yep. So Welmu, who we pegged to be the favourite at the beginning of the group, does advance forwards. And that means we'll get a little bit of an interview with the interestingly accented Finn.
Gotta love those interviews.
Yeah, he's a cute chap. So, guys, join us after the commercial break when we shall have an interview with the round of 16 first place finisher. He is Welmu.